is Alex. I am 31. I come from Ecuador, and I'm a freelancer, sound engineer, and musician.
Hi Alex. I wanted to know, how long have you been into music?
Pretty much since I was 14. I started learning piano, guitar, and got into music since then.
Okay. And what kind of music do you enjoy?
I enjoy all kinds of music, from jazz to rock, all kinds of genres. I do play mainly Latin music, jazz, funk, but I do enjoy every kind of music.
Okay. And have you ever got close to, as you'd say, making it big, or is it more of a hobby?
It's really relative. I do this as a full-time profession. It's not just a hobby, but making it big is really, it does depend on what your concept of making it big is. Do you want to see all your names on big billboards, or especially musicians making it big? No one knows musicians. Everyone knows the big singers. Everyone knows the names, but no one knows musicians. So it really depends what making it big is. I enjoy what I do. I love what I'm doing at the moment, and for me, I pay my bills with it.
So would you consider yourself successful then?
Again, success is a bit of a relative thing. For some people it might be money, for some people it might be, success is something completely different. For me, being able to do what I do as a profession, enjoying it, loving it, feeling passionate about it every day, wake up, it's success enough. I pay my bills with it, and I love it.
Great. As an Ecuadorian musician, do you think that Latin music is appreciated enough in this country for you to make a living out of it?
I am an Ecuadorian musician. I grew up in this country, so I feel I belong to both sides. I think that if you travel throughout the UK, you will find out that Latin music has a major influence. If you go to places like Manchester, Newcastle, you'll find a lot of people who don't necessarily have a Hispanic background who really enjoy and love Latin music. Latin music is just everywhere, and you can see the influence even in popular music nowadays.
Great. And how does music influence your life?
It really influences everything I do, from when I wake up, from everything I literally do, my personality. It just really influences everything that I do.
Great. And how do you think music influences our community as a whole?
That's an interesting question. I think music could be used as a powerful tool, and it has a great power of influence, especially in young people. So if you see, someone on the charts talking about killing and making money and selling drugs illegally and stuff like that. Well, there's no legal way of selling drugs, but you know what I mean. It can be a negative influence, but you can use music and the power of music to, bring something positive to the community. Just listen to Stevie Wonder, the likes of, and you will see there is a lot of good messages out there that could be heard and could be portrayed in a positive way for our community.
And do you think that the problems with our generation today is somehow linked with music?
I think the problems in our generation is not linked to one particular thing. We can't blame music on it. We can't blame bad parenthood on it. It is ultimately people's decisions, but it is a major influence, and we can't ignore the fact that it is a major influence. And there should be a call to public figures to be more responsible in the messages they portray.
Great. And do you wish to carry on with your career in the music?
As long as God gives me breath, I'd love to carry on. I love what I do, so yes.
Alright, great. Thank you for your time.
Cool.
Hi, my name is Esteban. I'm 19 years old, and I used to be a rapper.
Hi Esteban. How long have you been into music?
I've been into music my whole life, to be honest. My brother's a musician, so I basically grew up around music.
Okay, and how did you get into it?
Well, I mean, like I said, my brother was a musician. Well, he is a musician. And just being around music, just kind of drifted in.
Okay, and what kind of music do you enjoy?
I can enjoy well, a wide variety of music. It's not just a special genre or from a special country or race. You know, I enjoy different type of music from different backgrounds.
Okay, and would you say you've ever been close to making it, as you could say, big, or is it more of a hobby?
It was more of a hobby. Never planned to make a career out of it. Never planned to, you know, do anything big out of it. I mean, I did have a few performances, but I mean, that's about it.
Okay. How does music influence your life?
Well, music has a big influence in my life. Depending on the type of song, it'll change my mood. Obviously, depending on how I'm feeling that day as well, or at that time. But it does have the potential to change my mood.
Okay, and how do you think music has an effect on our community as a whole?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I mean, everyone's different. But what I personally think is that music does have the potential to change a lot of people's mentality, way of thinking, or a person's mood. And depending on what kind of song they're listening to, what kind of music it is, it can have a big impact on how they act, how they react, what they listen to, also the lyrics that are set there on the song. It can also, it makes, well, what I believe is it sometimes has the potential to make people want or wish they could have something that is not actually there or is not possible, and then it can then, you know, it can have an effect on what they do.
And do you think that some of the problems in our generation today are linked with the music?
Yeah, to be honest, yes. I think that, especially rappers, they have an image to portray. But it's not just rappers, to be honest, it's everyone. Everyone has an image to portray, but rappers specifically, and the reason why I'm focusing because a lot of the problems are based around urban lifestyles. And a lot of music that's listened to is either rap, hip hop. So I believe that because they have an image to portray, even though that image is fake, it's not true. People, or the people that listen to it, do think that it is true, or they want to have or to act the same way that these rappers do, without realizing that in the end it's not real, it's fake. And I believe that that's what's affecting the youth, to be honest.
Alright, and do you wish to pursue a career in the music industry?
Nah, not really. I mean, like I said, music is a hobby. Music is just, you know, something I do in the spare time. Well, in my spare time, sorry. But I wouldn't want to have a career in music.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Hi, I'm Sarah Flores and I'm 21 years old and I'm the lead singer in a movie band.
Hi Zadam, how long have you been into music?
Well, pretty much since I was a child. I grew up with musicians at home and all my family were musicians, so since childhood.
Great, and how did you get into it?
Basically, having grown up with such influence in music within my family, trying to kind of figure out the talent I had in me, I kind of wanted to pursue it further, so pretty much I started singing since I was a child as well.
Great, and what kind of music do you enjoy?
I like a bit of everything, but I kind of do prefer rock.
Great, and have you ever got close to making it big, or is it more of a hobby?
I think it's kind of past the hobby stage now, and we're kind of working towards the whole making it big thing, but it's been quite hard and difficult, but I know that I'll work later.
Great. And as a Latina, do you feel that Latin music is appreciated in this country?
I think it has been now. I think now the more Latino artists are kind of bringing out more songs and music in Spanish or with Latin influences, and it kind of has had really big hits now, so I think it's influencing a lot.
Great. And how does music influence your life?
I think it's a part of me. So if you kind of take music away from me, it's not me. So I think it's really inside of me now. It's kind of
Great. And how does music influence our community as a whole?
I think it can either have a positive or a negative influence, and I think that it has a huge, everyone looks up to artists and, musicians and stuff really highly, and they've got really high prestige with, people in society. So I think that it has a huge influence in how people act and behave with regards to that.
Great. And do you think some of the problems with our generation today is linked with music?
Linked to the last question as well, I think it does have a huge impact because obviously looking up to these sort of people, there are people that want to be like them, and also by their songs and music, their lyrics and stuff that they kind of have in their songs tend to influence in a lot of how people act and behave. Whether people realise it or not, I believe, my personal opinion is that it does have a huge impact.
Great. And do you wish to pursue a career within the music industry?
Yes I do. I'm on the way over there now.
Great. Thank you so much for your time.
So